if you're watching this live, everybody. So not quite sure what happened there. All of a sudden I was disconnected from the internet. So I think that's pretty straight. So hope you guys are well on today, no matter when you're watching this. Okay, so I'll get my stream up. Sorry about that aborted effort there. So tonight I am going to use the last bits of my Chamel Best of Both Worlds October kit. If you don't know about that kit, Chamel is, hey, hi Harmony. Chamel does a kit with scrapbook.com every month, and you can choose to buy whatever you want from it. So this past month, so for October, I couldn't get everything. November, I actually did get everything. So I always put lots of my own stash in as well. I probably put as much of my own stash in as I do buy things if I'm buying things. I've done 2 of them where I totally stash curated them to myself. But anyway, so this actually is all pieces except for this little scrap of things from my own stash. And I only have 2 full-size papers left. Imagine me having that one left. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this. Maybe something for my granddaughter, or I'm not quite sure. I haven't figured that out, but I don't think I'm going to use it this month. If I don't use it, stuff like this, what I do a lot of times is I just push it into next month if it will work with next month's kit. And I'm not sure about that or not. I'll take a look at that tonight after I'm done. So there's this piece of paper, and this is from a Paige Evans collection. Hey Glenda, good to see you. And then this, you guys, this is vintage. This is the other full-size piece I have left, and I'm going to use this as my background tonight. This is Basic Gray from 2013. This is Fresh Cut, which I love that collection. It was floral and beautiful, one of their last collections actually. And this is a little much for me and a little dark. And the most of this collection was light, so I didn't quite get that. But anyway, this piece of paper, not so much. This piece I love. So there was a lot of orange in this month's kit. Then what I'm going to do, this is a picture of, this is my great nephew, his little sister, and then this is my niece's mom. So my nephew's, my actual blood nephew's wife. But they've known each other since they were like, I don't know, 2.5. Actually, I think there were 3, seriously. Anyway, but she was out there when my niece was born, and this actually happened on her birthday where this photo was taken. So I thought I'd scrapbook this tonight for my niece's baby album. And I started to pull this together yesterday, realized I didn't have any time to scrap, and I'm like, oh, wait, I had scrapped quite a bit, but I ran out of time. And so I ended up, I chopped this piece of paper off, and I'm like, wait, I don't have time to scrap, I'll save this for Friday Night Live. So that's why I've got that piece all figured out. Say, hey, Jackie, nice to see you. So yeah, I think, you guys, this might be the only piece of Basic Gray paper I have left, in all seriousness, that I've used everything else. I know I don't have, like I do with October Afternoon, I don't have any stashes of envelopes of full collections or anything like that. I'm pretty sure this is it. So I used up. I might have an embellishment somewhere, but I don't even think I have that left. So this is kind of a bunch of scraps. This is from a Paige Evans cut apart sheet from the her latest collection, which I can't think of what it is. I do love these butterflies, but those will not be going on this layout because my niece does not like butterflies. Anyway, so I've got this stuff left. I do have all of these scraps to pull from. I should put that in there because that could work. I do still have all these scraps. There are a couple bigger pieces of paper left, so I'll probably push that into my kit for next month. And the rest of these will probably end up in my sister-in-law's box for her 4th graders. So, yay, Tammy, good for you. And then I have a few, this is a piece of Heidi Swap paper. I've been using these for journaling strips. I have this awesome Amy Tangerine camera paper, so I thought maybe I could cut some of these cameras up to use that as embellishment. This is also Amy Tangerine from Stitch. I thought maybe that might work. We'll see. And then this is a Paige Evans vellum sheet that I've been cutting out. This won't work. This sticker sheet I didn't use that much of. I didn't have as many fall photos yet when this first started, but I'm definitely getting more of those. So next month's kit also has sort of some fall theme, so I'll probably use those too. So anyway, so I have these piles of scraps. I have, look at this. I have to show you guys this. So this is kind of how much paper I use. Most of these are actually border strips that I've cut off. A few not border strips like this. I love this paper, so I will save that. But all those border strips, that's how much paper. I think I've made 20 layouts with my October kit. But again, I add to mine just in case I'm doing best of both worlds. So I don't have a big plan for this other than that I did that with the paper. So I'm going to kind of put some of this aside and we'll see what happens tonight, because I'm not sure. There's another border strip, which I don't think I'll use because that's really super busy. So I did have a hard time with this month's kit because it felt really fall themed to me. I don't know. And like I said, I wasn't scrapbooking a lot of fall photos yet. So I'm just going to take this border strip off. Goodbye, basic gray. But how nice that it's all in my albums, right? I need to work on my October afternoon that way too. The problem with October afternoon is so much of what I have is very cream based, and papers are really not very cream based anymore. So I did do a layout yesterday with this paper. I'll go grab it so you can see. And it's going in her album. So it's that formula that I like, the 1/3 and 2/3. So I need to turn it some way other than this way, or it'll look like too much of a repeat, especially since these photos will be pretty close. There'll probably be some in between because they're 5 days apart, but I have to think about that when I'm doing this. So my thought is to bring this down to the bottom here, and then to somehow pull this in. And I'm thinking, I'm watching where the edge of this is because I don't want it to line up with the edge of this. I'm going to just cut this because sometimes you just have to chop the paper. And if I have to chop the paper more than once, that really is okay because I have plenty of paper to chop. Trying to decide. For some reason, if it's a band like this where it's kind of light to dark, I always like the light on the right. Ooh, Fresh and Funky was a good one too. I did like that. I loved their Christmas collections back in the day. I have a couple of December dailies that I made early on when I was doing December daily, like 2007, 2008, where I used basic gray papers a couple of years in a row. I made my own chipboard albums before I discovered, like 6x8 albums. So I could do that. And then I have this paper as well. So I thought, and this I can cut. I don't need to have it that long. It actually kind of looks like a Polaroid. But I thought maybe I could do something with this paper. I'm going to cut that border strip off. It's lined. So I'm thinking if I use this, I might want to pull, maybe not. We'll see. What I could do is chop the lines off. I think I'm going to do that. I won't be journaling a lot on this because a lot of these are just stories of her when she was brand new. Not a lot to tell. And I think I'm going to chop off that too. We'll send that to the kiddos. Now, again, I do have this, so what I could do here is fake a darker piece of paper under, and I like bringing in that dark element because so much of this is so light. So let's see, what do I need to keep here? Right to there. So I'm gonna chop it just a little bit. Yeah. After that. All right, so now we're gonna fake it that it looks like I actually have that. There we go. And I kind of like that sort of stack that I've got going. I will definitely ink these. And then I'm thinking that I could use some of these pieces. Like I said, no butterflies. And I could use Adventurers Calling, but I do like this little piece. Definitely need to ink that if we're going to. I've been trying to use these cut aparts up. Not cutting straight tonight. Okay, and then I do have this little yellow banner left. That's one of the pieces I have left. It's pink and yellow, so I could always cut off the pink if I don't want to use it. I did that on a layout yesterday. Okay, so I think I'm getting a good start on this. Thanks, Cynthia. Okay, so I kind of like this, but I probably need something else down there or it will look a little strange. So the other pieces I have are these. And I could also, you know, just put something in there. I could just add in a strip of that, maybe. I do like, there's a little piece here that says happiness is here, but that's really purples and I don't really have purples on here. So this could sit something like this. And I might cut off that yellow or just do the yellow. All right, I think it's time to start with, oh yeah, and I have to remember these cameras. So I'm going to cut out 3. Yeah, let's do 3 of these. I love this paper. I'm trying to think what collection. That was her summer collection this year. I can't remember what it was called. So I think this is kind of dark. Are you guys seeing what I am? That this orange here is just pulling my eye there instead of to the photo. So I'm going to just cut this little strip of yellow here. Now I could also grab some washi tape and bring that in. That would work too. I could put a couple strips there. We'll see. If I think I need to do that, I'll grab it. But I think I need to get some other things down first before I do that. But this kind of needs to be tipped. Yes, thank you, Harmony. It is Picnic in the Park. And then the other thing I think I'm going to do is take off the pink of this banner. It's distracting me again. And I'm going to use brown ink tonight. So I think I'm going back to my vintage photo here, since these colors are a little bit lighter. Yeah, I loved Picnic in the Park. I may have a small, quote, small stash of it. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to, oh, actually, I don't want to glue this down yet. Okay, let's ink these pieces, and then I'll worry about what happens in that cluster on the side. And again, oops, this needs to be cut. Yeah, it's not even. I'm trying to use up some of the last bits in my Chamel Best of Both World kits, partially curated by me, partially curated by Chamel. So, and I'm going to do what I usually like to do here. And that's I'm gluing top down. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And then because this is so light, like this would blend into that piece. I'm just gonna take those 3 off. And this is really going to help now, especially since this piece of paper that I'm inking now, and I don't think I told you what that was, but I think, yeah, this is from one of Paige Evans'. It's an older collection for sure. Might be Turn the Page. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do once I get this figured out, where look at what a difference this made against this now, it really pops it off. That's why you ink edges. Is it makes a huge difference on that side when those 2 colors are almost exactly the same. Okay, and then I'll just do this in the center because nothing is going in there. Okay. We'll play with that. I'm sure I have stickers too, and I have other paper, like I've got a yellow stripe paper. Let me grab it. I also have this diagonal too. I don't know about stripes on stripes, but we'll figure that out. And I also have those, I have to remember I have those Polaroid frames too from Amy Tangerine that I could incorporate in that cluster. I love to take Maggie Holmes collections because I have so many die cuts from her collections that I use up the paper and then not the die cuts. And so I love to take those and just keep layering them and layering them and layering them. And what I usually think is I start doing it and then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a hot mess. And if you just keep adding and adding and adding, eventually it looks right, but it means adding a lot of stuff. So if you're a minimal scrapper, that might not be the best thing. But it's also a good way to use up some of those pieces. And then you can like tuck things. So if you have, because she had, well, they all had weird like animals and stuff like that. You can tuck things so that you only see small pieces of them so that you're tucking for color versus theme, if that makes any sense. So now I'm going to ink these pieces so that when I get them down and I like them, I can just put them down. So there's that bird. Again, this is going to really, because look at that. Can't see edges very well. And you put this ink on and it makes a huge difference. And again, this is vintage photo. I went back to vintage photo again. So I could do... There's no reason why I can't cut this apart. And I did think about just cutting that heart out. There we go. I like that better. I don't feel like I'm leaving anything kind of open there. And then what I'm going to do here is, because that's the same height, because they were together, I'm going to just bring that love up just slightly so they're not the same height. Okay, then I'll fussy cut a camera out here. And I tend to like to fussy cut smaller pieces with the smaller scissors, but we'll see if I can make this work. I don't mind doing it with the scissors so much, but sometimes with the small pieces, it just works better for me. And I'm almost leaving a little bit of a white shadow here. That'll be, once I ink it, it'll be okay. Actually, I'm going to make my life easy and take off all these little tiny bits of the camera. Okay, so we'll just kind of see, because I'm thinking one of these cameras can go up here. And now I'm looking at this and thinking that maybe this whole thing needs to move this way just a little bit. So we'll get like the aqua. This is really blue, but that'll help. I'm going to actually be brave and at least slightly tack these things down so that I can move this move most of this. This one can go underneath. Oh yeah, I have to get a title on here somewhere. I think this definitely needs to move, and the reason I say that then, because otherwise the title will be like up here. I want to shift that whole thing there. Okay, now when I did this originally, this had to come up. Now I think it needs to come down. Okay. So ATG does move, but not for long. So when I do this, I'm just kind of careful about how I'm tearing so I don't tear my background paper. Actually, let me get this stuck so that at least all my paper layers are together. I don't think this is going to need to go far. Am I making you nervous? I'm a little nervous here. There we go. I think I got it. Actually, I'm going to pop that down just to make it a little bit. There we go. This will move just a little bit better. There. Whew! I did it, and I didn't tear the background paper. Okay, so let's look at this. Now I can't move this too far because I do have a little bit of a tear in the background paper there. Unless I put something up there. I could, but I think if I just get this down, I wanted this to go past this pink. That looks good. And then I'll have room for maybe some sort of title. And I called this Happy Birthday Grandma, but I don't know that that's going to be it. All right, so I feel much better about how this looks. Now, this feels a little crooked up here to me. There we go. I'm going to move that so I don't have a disaster on my hands. Thank you, Harmony. I do move stuff frequently with my ATG, and I've learned that you just have to be really careful about, as you're getting towards the edges, that how you're pulling the paper out, that you're not moving it out, that you're pulling it in, and then usually you can move it successfully with an ATG. Okay, so I like that, like the way that looks so far. Now we have one camera here. That kind of like that. I think something needs to be popped up here, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be one of my layouts. So I'm thinking there, kind of in the middle. That would be pretty to do that color too for a for an alpha if I have it. Who am I kidding? Have you seen my thickers lately? The question is, do I have enough? Well, and then the cool part is then we eliminated the need to use that strip because that strip is just too dark. It might be better on the on the bottom. I'm not going to do it, but it was just calling too much attention away from. The scissors was in the ink, Cynthia. Sorry for making you all have anxiety. That is not my, and goodness knows with the state of the world right now, we'll have enough anxiety without me helping that along. So anyway, I actually did something very exciting today. Massage therapists in the United States have to take continuing education classes. We have to have 24 units every 2 years. And I had a big class that was going to be most of my 24 units that got canceled in July that I've been wanting to take for a while. And I thought, now what do I do? But I actually got to take 2 classes I've been wanting to take for quite a while. So that was kind of exciting. And I did one of them today. It was really fun. So, oh, well, I don't want to help with that, Harmony. That's tough to have anxiety. Okay, so I almost have these guys done. I think I'm going to look. I have a bunch of the Paige Evans, like chipboard leftovers from collections, like I think Turn the Page. I have stickers from some of the collections, so we'll see what else I can work in here. Or nothing at all. I'm actually liking the way this is coming out. So super excited that, other than that one paper that I put in on a whim I think I'm going to just make that paper stay in my kits until I use it. It's like when I used to manage a lighting store years ago, and if we had a fixture I wanted to get rid of, I would put a premium on it, and the premium was that I would bake whoever sold it their favorite chocolate chip cookies, or their favorite cookies, I should say, not necessarily chocolate chips. And it was really cute what people would, that they really would try to sell that. Okay, so I could do something like that. We'll see. And if not, I'll just save that camera because I'll definitely use that camera. All right, so next thing, thinking about, so I could do word strips here. Yummy. Yeah, my associates like those fresh baked chocolate chip cookies. Oh, look at this. I have like, these are old Amy Tangerine. I can't even tell you what collection this came from. They're so old. But I have some phrases in that peachy color. So I might use those, I might not. So I'm just going to look and see. So no, I love this butterfly. It would go, but no butterflies allowed. There's a happy here. So I think I could use something up there, but that's not it. Happy's good. Now, these stickers are actually shiny, so the ink is going to come off of them pretty easily. The important thing is that I just get it down, and then you can still see the shadow kind of on the edges. At least for me, that's the important thing. This is, I'm trying to think, this is whimsical, so there's a lot of crafty stuff in here. So I think that's good. This is this is Fresh Start from, I don't remember, Pick Me Up maybe. There is a tag here that says Be Your Beautiful Self. Let's see if I like that in here. I may not do this because it may pick up the paper here, but we'll see. Yeah, I can't do that. Darn. That's what I get for putting those down. Okay, that one's not going to work, but I do like it. Actually, right now, I really like the way this layout looks. I'm just seeing if there's anything more. There is a little phrase sticker that says great. I would like something for up here, though. It's like a piece. So there's this round, oh, here, there's this cute little piece that says love you. That would be great since it's grandma. Yeah, that's good. And I did think about that. I have lots of Ellie Studio hearts, so I might add that in. Doesn't make any sense there. There's some really pretty gold here, but well, I guess that's okay. The gold branch coming out of the camera. I do have another one too, so maybe I can find another place for this, because that would, there's gold up there, so I really should put gold somewhere else. Okay, now it just feels a little forced, so maybe gold there. And I am going to put ATG on this because these are, I'll take this one off. So I might grab my little bag of gold pieces to maybe get a heart in somewhere. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then let's see. That's too big, but there is a can't forget here. So that would be kind of fun. And I can't forget that I don't have a title on here yet. Let's see, do we like that? Feels like it's not quite long enough. Here's an I love right now. That would be good. This just feels like it's exact same. Okay, that looks good to me because it's a little bit longer. And again, this is a shiny sticker, but I'm just going to ink it anyway. And a little bit of it will be left. There, and actually I like the way it kind of, that makes a shelf for that heart then, almost, if I get it on right. Excuse my crazy hair. There. Okay. To get this on up here, I don't have this done yet. I think everything up here is just about inked. I have to ink the chipboard. This one's actually coming together pretty fast, considering I really, other than liking that paper under that, I really didn't have a plan for this. Okay, so this can go under there. Ooh, and we probably should get some enamel dots on here, right? I have blown through so many enamel dots in the last 2 months, it's just crazy. Because I've really been trying to use up, you know those packs where you get 3 or 4 of them left? I've been really working, you know, to intentionally put those on layouts. Okay, so, oh, before I start doing enamel dots, a title would be good. So let me, and I'll cover that so I don't give any of us anxiety here. I'm thinking I want to try to bring that color in here because there's enough of that pink. I think a nice pop of that color would be good. Whether I have that alpha or not is a whole nother deal because that's pretty blue. It's definitely aqua but blue. I love this alpha, but I don't have that many letters left. Let's see. I was going to say, could I spell keeper? No. All right, let me see if I have anything else in a lighter blue, lighter aqua blue. Sometimes they hide in my blue. Okay, I do not have that. So, let's see. Ellie Studio, maybe? I don't remember how blue that aqua is. Of course, I'd have to be able to find it. I might have a lot of Okay, so here's yellow. I could use that in a pinch up there as well. How about, ooh, Harmony, that's a great idea. Yeah, and that's really a great idea because this will work, but it's a little bit more green. I love that gold idea. Thank you, because that is just makes the page a little bit more sweet and elegant since it's really about grandma. And I know I will have stuff that I can use with that. With no problem. I actually think I just came across the alpha to use, but I'm going to look, and I must have 10 gold alphas in foil alone. Yeah. Oh, although this is interesting too. So I have so many of these. Does anybody remember this Dear Lizzie alpha with the hearts? I've like used very little of it. I find it hard to use. So let me see. Maybe I can use it on this one. Since I can bring in, I moved my hearts just recently. I can bring in some of these little hearts to make this make even more sense. Okay, Harmony needs to just come and scrapbook with me tonight because she has all the good ideas in her head. Yeah, definitely like that. So let's get these on there. Harmony, you might want to know it's really cold up here. It'll be okay tomorrow in the low 50s, but you better get out of here tomorrow because tomorrow night, actually late, it's going to take a turn and it's not going to be nice where I live. We're going to get, so we have plans. The M's are not going to be, yeah, see, I knew that. The M's are not going to be trick-or-treating this year, but they all have Halloween costumes, especially the big guys go to school, so they had a little Halloween party in their classrooms today. They watched a movie and I don't know what else, just fun stuff like that. And so they have Halloween costumes, but they're not going to be trick-or-treating. So I am going to go over tomorrow, and I bought a small package of, what am I trying to think? Candy. Because there's 4 of them. We don't need the pack for 100. And then I'm going to hide that in their backyard. And then I also have bought some Usborne books for them a few months ago and didn't quite know what I would do with that. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me, wait, I could... See, I have a hard time with this alpha. I love the idea of the alpha. I don't like it in practice. Oops. Anyway, so I'm going to go over, do that, and then I bought these Usborne books, and I wrapped them in orange paper, and then I put a little Ellie Studio black label on it with a little piece of a candy corn embellishment that I may or may not have had hanging out in my stash. Okay. So there's Happy. Now, do I want to put birthday on here? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what this looks like. Because I don't mind that. Yeah, me too. It just, I don't know what it is about shaped alphas. Oops. Birthday is spelled B-I, Kelly. Let's see what happens. This might be too long. There we go. So anyway, then we're gonna have lunch together after we do our little. We're gonna hide, and the kids The kids know I'm coming over. They don't know that they're going to have a candy hunt. So that'll be fun to surprise them. This isn't going to work anyway. Oh, yes it is. I didn't see a D. But there is a D there. Here's an A and a Y. Okay. I think it's too much. Oh, yeah, I thought about that, about the little pumpkin things. Yeah, I think birthday is just way too much. What do you guys think? It's distracting my eye. I liked the happy. So let's take that off. Hey, at least there's 5 less of these in my stash. Again, I love the idea of this alpha. It's just I have such a hard time using it. And then it's, you know, the old chipboard, which doesn't stick to anything except for itself. So there is an exclamation point. So we could just do happy. Or just do happy. I like just the plain happy. Yeah, I think so too, Jackie. It's just too much. And I actually think that extra, even the exclamation point. Now, I will go back after I'm all done tonight. And, yep, I think so too. It does. It sits nice. And I'll probably shift that happy just a little bit. But I'm not going to make you watch. Well, I guess we could put this down. It won't take me that long, will it? So if we just shift this way. The nice thing about this is I can just throw ATG on the back of these. There we go. So that's a little bit more centered across the top. Yeah, I like it just as it is. And now it's not. And maybe that's another thing I don't really love about those letters. They take over a page. And now you're watching me because I have this mostly done. Now I'm starting to glue the edges down. All right, so now I'm going to go looking for... Let's see, I have some stars there, but we started with hearts. And I have, here's another one of my Kelly quirks. I'm not a big fan of mixing hearts and stars. I will do it, but it's not my favorite. I'm looking to see if I have colors left that I can use. There's some pink stars. They just said I don't love mixing pinks and stars. There's some hearts that I could use. And there's a lot of those left. Okay, it doesn't look like I have, I mean, I can dive for some, I'm sure that I have some enamel dots, but let's see. Let's see if I like these hearts in here. Yeah, oh, in small doses. That makes me twitch too, Harmony, mixing hearts and stars. I think I want these to be dots. I don't know why, I just do. So let's, sorry if I shook you. I like you guys. I don't want to shake you. Look at, this used to be full. Like I couldn't get anything in there. Just trying to see if there's anything in here that, there are things in here that I need to get on pages. Like these darling little kiss things and these little Dear Lizzie flowers. I'm going to just pop those up there. Those can go in my kit for next month to start working through some of those. I do have some blue, but I really think I should use one of the lighter colors, peachy, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh, my Amy Tan set doesn't stick either. They're awful, frankly. Okay, and I think if these Queen & Company globes are cute, but they'll take your eye off the page here. Okay, so there's some peach, but let me see if there's anything in a set that I haven't even touched yet, or have touched. Just because, let's use them up. And yesterday I used 3 of the huge, these, let me go back and grab these things. These Bella Boulevard enamel dots. I mean, like, my gosh, that's like 16 enamel dots in one in those big ones. I used 3 of those yesterday in a solid blue. I was very proud of myself because we know what a hard time Kelly has with those. Okay. Pink. I have lots of stars, you guys, but not hearts. They are big boys. Harmony, it made me just review your last comment. I think because of the big boys. Thought you're being naughty. Let's see, some pearls. I have rhinestones even. Nah. Okay, I guess we're breaking into that new pack, but that's fine. Let's break in. Sorry to make you guys watch all that. That was kind of boring, but... Okay, so let's get a big one in there. See, I'd probably get reviewed for that comment. Oh, my cat is yelling upstairs. You know how she doesn't like it when I talk to you guys. Okay, I think I'll start this. With that will be the biggest size there. Oops. Apparently I did not glue these down. Oops. Okay, I think that's it then. Not bad. And I used up pretty much the last of my kit, other than that one piece of paper, so yay. Yes, Harmony, she will never come down here. I call her and she won't come down. She yells because she just wants me to come upstairs. So, and I call it yell. She's just meowing or yowling. She's yelling, I guess, actually. So, and I like the little pops of yellow and the little pops of bright blue, and oh my gosh. And I will probably just do a tiny bit of journaling, maybe right down here in brown, right under here, that just, you know, Grandma surrounded by her little loves on her birthday or something like that, and then the date, and just do that. So thanks, Tammy. Yeah, I love how that looks. So I'm going to challenge myself and see if I can find, now the other thing is I should see if I can find a photo of my high school friends, and maybe use it with that one paper I haven't used yet. And if I do use it, I'll show it to you guys when I go live the next time. That would be a good one. I am running out of current photos to scrap, so I don't even have a full envelope of these. Let me see if you guys can see these. See this of my stuff to scrap. I have like 3 or 4. I have about a half of one of my grandkids, but I think 3 of these are 2-page layouts, and those will be gone. And then there's about a third of stuff for this family, my great nephew and niece. And so crazy, but that's all because I did so much. I've been doing so much scrapbooking because I have gone now, officially gone back as of this week. I have gone back to May levels of staying at home, which means I see my grandkids' family, my sister and brother-in-law, and I have a really close friend who just had a really messy divorce finalized last week, so I see her just as moral support. But other than that, I'm not seeing anybody outside of work. So yes, lots of pics tomorrow. And I did get a few sent to me today because my stepson went out with number 2 to a park today, just to get, they like to take the kids out. Each of them take the kids out separately. Like every 2 weeks, they each try to get some alone time with the kids, and they kind of rotate it, which is really cool. So anyway, so I have those photos, and I do have some photos that I will not be scrapbooking on the internet because my granddaughter was running, well, she's in no shirt, a diaper, and a pair of suede boots. That was this morning. Tonight I FaceTimed with them for a little bit right before I came on, and she had just gotten a bath and she was running around stark naked. And all I could think of is every time I see that with them, they make me really cold because it's not warm here. So anyway, but you won't be seeing those pictures, unfortunately. Although sometimes I'll scrapbook with them and I'll put something over so you can't see, you know, the kids that don't have clothing on. So anyway, but I love the way this turned out. I think it looks really, really cute. And you can't tell I'm scrapbooking with the remnants of a kit, really, basically, which is what I'm doing. So that's pretty awesome, awesome and exciting. I do like to take like pictures of what's left. I don't do it with my like my embellishments because I don't intend to use up the embellishments when I put them in the kit. I just like to try to use as much as I can. But last night I killed a package of hearts, so that was kind of cool. So thanks, Jackie. So anyway, all right, you guys, well, I think I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for joining me again, as always, and I'll take lots of pictures tomorrow so that we can be scrapping. Maybe you'll see a Halloween layout next week. So all right, you guys, have a great week. Everybody stay safe, and thanks for all the input, you guys, especially Harmony, who, you know, helped me basically scrapbook tonight. So take care, you guys. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.